Hey guys, it's Sunday and I've just come back from the IPMS Avon show, and I did a little video on what I've been doing and what I bought today. And as I mentioned in there, I was chatting to the guys on the American Air Force SIG stand who had a beautiful display of B-52s. This idiot here, this one, didn't take any pictures of them. Duh, I took some pictures of Russian planes and didn't take any pictures of theirs. What an idiot. Anyway, I was chatting to him for about, I don't know, it must have been 3/4 of an hour. It was crazy. So yeah, I said to them, go and have a look at my channel. I've got some B-52 stuff on that you might be interested. None of them had seen it, so hopefully they'll have a look and subscribe tonight. And if you are watching, hi guys. Great talking to you today, brilliant. And I think I might get a C5A. So basically, the chatting to them reminded me, I did a video which I thought was about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks, on the oil can, the stretch skin effect down the side of a B-52. I saw Phil Flory do it on his H version of his Model Collect build, and I thought, I wonder if I could do that. So I thought I'd have a go, and I had a go on a Revell model, made a video of it, I completely forgot. I threw it in my B-52 folder, never got it out again, never edited it or anything. I actually did this on June the 18th this year, so that is like 6-7 weeks ago. So yeah, it's only like 15-16 minutes long, so have a look and see what you think. And as I say in the video, if you have ideas on how you think it will work better, even if it's just an idea you think maybe try, I'll give it a go. Unless I think it's a stupid idea, like you say, rub acetone on it or something, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, if you know someone else who's done it and had a really successful result. And the other thing is, I also show some photographs in there, so we must be very careful, guys, on saying what looks right and what looks wrong, because the four photographs I show you, they're all different, and then in different lights with different sheens they look different anyway. So yeah, I'm sort of working on an Air Force base in America, museum one I've seen. So have a look, see what you think, and let me know what you think, and if you do like it, give me a like. See you in a minute. Hi everyone, it's Nigel here, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and just say thank you for tuning in. Thanks to my subscribers, and if you like what you see here, then please subscribe if you haven't already. So what are we looking at here? This is a B-52 fuselage. It's the old Revell kit, and as you can see, it's sprayed very roughly with a white primer. I've got an old white aerosol white primer out in the garage, and it's had it, and as you can see, it gives a very sort of, I don't know, it's almost like fish eyes in it, but it's not, it's smoother than that. But it's just basically to show you this. Every now and again my passions turn towards different aircraft, different genres. At the moment we're concentrating on the Second World War with the Typhoon and the Junkers 88 on the build-alongs. But in the back of my mind, I always have a passion for this, the B-52. It's in my mind, it's just such a beautiful aircraft, and I keep returning to it. And in fact, I have just ordered some Edard photo etch for the Model Collect kit, which I've got, and you've probably seen my reviews and my comparisons buffing up on the buff. And you may not know that Model Collect have actually corrected the issues with the nose now, and they've also made some other bits and pieces for the G model, which they're going to be sending out. You can apply for it on the Model Collect website, and it's $15 postage, or he's going to send a load of sets out to your local retailers and you can get them from there. But basically the H kit has now got the correct shape nose, but if you watch Phil Flory's build, you'll see on there they haven't actually changed the shape of the cockpit floor. So basically with the G, it's far too bulged, it's too radiused here, and it should come off at more of an angle like this one does here. So basically the cockpit floor doesn't fit now, so if you are building that kit, you need to sand the front corners off the cockpit floor to make it fit inside the nose. It's no big deal. And as some of you will also know, I've recently resubscribed myself to Phil Flory's site, and I watched his B-52H build from the Model Collect kit. And yep, it's got its errors, the undercarriage bays are still incorrect, but they have taken away some of the bits and pieces in the rear undercarriage bay to make that one more accurate. So as you probably know, the front one's got all the air conditioning and hydraulic systems and everything in it. The rear one is fairly simple, it's just got a couple of bulge ones. So yeah, the Revell kit actually has both undercarriage bays as the bulges, the sorts of diamond-shaped bulges, and the Model Collect has both of them as the front should be. So maybe you could kit bash and make two good ones. I'll have to look at that. So yeah, so I've ordered some photo etch for that, and I'll be reviewing that as soon as it arrives. I was hoping it would be here by now, but it's not. Probably tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of June, 2019. So anyway, this video, as you probably guessed by the title, is all about rippled skin. Now, Phil attempted to get this rippled skin effect on his model and really struggled, and yeah, I can see why. It's a nightmare. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I thought I'll use this old thing as a template to do it on. So I painted it white purely so that we can see what I'm doing, and also, so as you can see, I can lightly sand it over, and then I can see where I need to scribe. And basically the effect I'm looking for is fairly subtle. So I'm going to put some photos up here for you to look at 4 different photos looking at 4 different types of what I call the stretch skin. And the first one I believe is a G, maybe an H, I'm not sure, but it's got the straight that's on there. And we can see that the stretches are sort of long lines coming all the way down, sort of all the way along from the leading edge of the wing. The second one here is an H, and we can see this one's sort of all over the place, and it's a right mess. The third one is the Robbins Air Force Base B-52, and that one is fairly subtle, which is the one I've copied. And then we've got another B-52D here, which again has the kind of continual lines, but kind of messing out in between. So I'm sort of going for the third one I showed you there, and this is what I've achieved. Now I'm going to try and catch this in the light, and this is my first attempt, and I'm quite happy with it, and I've done lots of different things and made some mistakes, but I'm quite happy with this, and it needs some more work, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to show you now how I got to this stage, and then maybe we can work together and make things better and get it perfect. So what did I do? Well, starting off by painting it white, obviously, and then I've got a red pen. The reason I've used red, if I use black or grey or something, I won't know if it's just a scratch on the plastic or if it's actually a mark that I've made where I need to put the angles. So what I'm going to do is just come along like that, and I'm going to get 5 in here and 4 up. So I'm going to go like this, and straight away I've done that wrong. Let's get some thinners on a cotton bud. There we go. That's that gone. So basically, yeah, you need to stay sort of in between. What I did was followed the line of the 5, so another 5 here. And you can afford to keep it sort of random, I think. Okay, so we'll just concentrate on this area here for the purposes of this video. Now, what you could do now is come in with a Dremel and really start hacking away at it. I don't want to do that because Dremels tend to be too fast. I've bought an electronics kit to slow it down, but I must get around to doing it. But this is the Tamiya drill, and it's very slow. And all I'm going to do here is come along with this drill and just scrap away. I'm just going to scrape away the red line. I don't want to see any of the red line left. Okay, so I can just about feel that. I think subtlety is the secret with this one. Okay, so that's this is about a 5mm ball cutter. I'll show you it there. Alright, and it doesn't have to be all perfectly straight and even. Alright, so there we go. Now I've made my my indentations in there. Perhaps on the bottom I'm going to just go over them again. Alright, so now I've done that. They're far too sharp. They're sort of like they go along and then down and along. So what I need to do is open them out a bit. And with this number 10 Swan Morton blade, I just come along and sit the blade in there, and then just gently scrape away and remove the edge from each end and each side of the cut I've just made. As you can see, you're getting a bit of chatter in there, but that's not a problem. So I'll carry on with this now. I'll speed it up. And there we go. So that's that all done, like that. Now I'm going to come along with a skinny stick. And with a skinny stick, holding it on an angle, I'm just going to go over once or twice. And all that will do is just softly blend everything in together. Alright? Now, this is the frightening part. I've got some liquid cement here, and I'm just going to brush it into the areas that I've just done, and this is going to remove any sanding marks, any cutting marks, any chatter from the blade, anything like that. And if you notice, I haven't gone very deep because I don't need to. There we go. That's dry enough to touch. So you can see there what I've done now is that's just sort of melted everything in and sort of softened it all down. Now I'm going to take some Mr. Surfacer 1000. I told you this was going to be quick. And just going to brush some Mr. Surfacer 1000 on here. Good thick coat. And all the time, everything I do, I'm staying in line with the indentations. And just going to let that dry. Okay, so now it's dry. You can see I've gone on and done the other bits here. Now that it's dry, I've got a cotton bud here with soaked in, it's actually high compatibility thinner, real colour from AK. And I can just go over now and just, again, staying in line with all the grooves, I'm just going to go over and basically thin out and streak around that paint. And what that will do, any little marks or edges or bits we don't want, it will soften them out. Now you could use cellulose thinners for this, but it will attack the plastic, so you have been warned. Okay, and there we go. So now that is just soften that out, and that will now dry back and set and give a much softer appearance to the actual finish. Nope, I haven't got it on there. I'll keep it nice and wet so it flows. And then once again, you need some patience doing this. This is something you need to be doing between other kits, because there's a lot of just sitting down and waiting around. Of course, that's if you decide to do this. Okay, now that's dry. I've got a Flory Skinny stick. It's a very soft sanding sponge and it's fairly fine. And I can just go over now, again, the same angle as the dents, if you like. That's what you want to call them. And just basically smooth out the area where they are. Obviously, if you've got a model, if you're doing the model collect with, or the AMT with recessed panel lines, you'll have no worries. But here we've got to be careful not to completely obliterate everything, because we want the guide to work from. And there we go. And then what we can do now is just give that a coat of black paint, and we'll see how it looks. But I don't know if you can catch it in the light here. But we've definitely got a rippled effect on that skin. And there we go, guys. There is the finished result. Now, that to me looks a little bit like a plastic model that's been gouged out with a cutter and then scraped with a knife. I don't think it's very subtle. So probably the secret is to not go so deep with the tool in the first place. But this can be brought back, because what I've been doing while I've been off camera, the side that I showed you at the start of this video, you can go back and look at it. Here it is now, and what I've been doing is sanding it, and you can see that now it's a lot more subtle. And if you compare the two, you can see that on this lower one, the divots are kind of sanded out to meet each other. So I think the secret here is the sanding and using the sort of corners of the soft sponge. I can't sand it now to show you because it's still soft, but I put a satin varnish on there so that it makes it stand out even more. I know some people like to paint their B-52s gloss black, but I don't. The ones in combat I don't think look very glossy to me. So there we go, guys. That was just a quick video to show you what I'm doing and how I've achieved this after being inspired by watching Phil Flory on his B-52H build. If you've liked this, please like and subscribe. If you've done this yourself and you've used a different method, please drop a note in the comments below and help everyone to try and perfect this. And also, if you want to email me some pictures of what you've done, feel free. nigelsmodelingbench@gmail.com, and all one word, Nigel's Modelling Bench, no hyphen. And I'll get the pictures up in a sort of part 2 revisit of this. But personally, I think this is your answer. These soft sponge sticks, get to this stage and then just keep rubbing, just keep sanding into the grooves and sort of make these things kind of blend into one another, much like this side is. And I think this side is about where I want to be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something from this. And as I say, any hints, tips, any comments, put them down below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. What do you think of that? I hope you liked it. I certainly enjoyed doing it, and I think the effect looks pretty good. I don't know. I guess really what I should do is build the model and put it on a show and see what people say, see what the comments are like, positive or negative. The trouble is, as I said, you can't argue what is right and what is wrong because there's so many different forms of it. And I guess as the aircraft get older, it's just going to get worse and worse. Something worth considering as well. I said to these guys today on the SIG, do you know the last B-52 crews aren't born yet? And they probably won't be born for another 20 years. And then they're going to go on and be the last B-52 crews. Yeah, think about that. Mad. And also, I hope you saw in this video, this is this Tamiya drill. You buy it in kit form. And the beauty of it is it's really, really slow. So when you're using big birds like I was using there, you know, if you put that in something like with even 1,000 RPM, it's probably going to melt the plastic. So, you know, worth getting one of these things. They're great fun to build. There's a lot of YouTube videos on how to build them and stuff, and they're not that expensive, and they're really, really good. I love them. So I love mine anyway. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. And as I say, leave comments down below if you think there's something else I could try, and I'll give it a go. As I say, unless it's something stupid, I will give it a go. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.